Hey there, I'm Laura, and today I'm sharing a fun tutorial on how to recover your Bible. Now, this is not just something I thought out of the blue I was going to do, but my dog got a hold of my beautiful journaling Bible. And this Bible is almost brand new. It's beautiful. It's got a chipboard cover, and it had this beautiful floral fabric on it. And I absolutely love it. But my border collie decided that she didn't want to be home alone one day and grabbed my Bible and started chewing away at all the edges. And now the fabric's coming off and it is a hot mess. So I took to Google and tried to figure out how I could recover my Bible, because I didn't just want to start over or buy a new one. This one's almost brand new. Plus, I have started Bible journaling in it. So you can see I have quite a few pages here. And then I also have a coordinating notebook where I put all of my notes for each of the layouts that I make and each of the devotionals that I read. And basically, I did not want to throw away my beautiful Bible when I've started journaling in it already, and there's beautiful pages in it. Plus, my coordinating notebook has all of the notes for the devotionals that I've done so far this year. So it's only May. I still have so much work I could do in this Bible, and I wanted to recover it and keep all the inside pages instead of buy a brand new one because they're like $50. But when I got on Google and tried to figure out how I could save my Bible, the only recovering tutorials I could find were for leather Bibles and how to recover your leather covered Bibles. And I'm not a leather person because I love the cows and all the animals and I don't want them to die for my fashion choices. So I figured that I would try to recover this with another chipboard and fabric cover myself and DIY it and share the process with you guys in case any of you find yourself in a situation like this where you want to recover your beautiful journaling Bible without having to buy a new one or resort to using leather. I hope you enjoy this tutorial and that it turns out great. Wish me luck! The basic supplies you will need for this DIY project are chipboard, fabric, a X-Acto or some kind of craft cutting tool, and an iron-on adhesive for craft projects. Let's get started. The way that chipboard Bibles are created is that you have 3 chipboard panels. You have the front cover, the spine, and the back cover. And you put those pieces of chipboard all next to each other with a little gap in between them, and use fabric to cover them and adhere them all together. The first thing we need to do to recover our Bible is to get the cover off of our inside pages and spine. And the way we are going to do this is with some kind of cutting tool. I have an X-Acto knife, but you can use the cutting tool of your choice. So I'm going to line my X-Acto knife up here at the edge of the spine and just gently make a slit. And I turn it sideways and I follow that line all the way down my spine. And then if you have any extra glue or pages that are hanging out here, you can just use your hand or your cutting tool of choice to get rid of those and clean that up a little bit. Okay, so that's not too bad. Here is my cover. It came apart really easily. As you can see, it is a hot mess. My dog really got to it, so I'm glad I am recovering it. But I am going to save this spine and actually use it as the template for my new chipboard cover. I'm just cutting apart the cover of my Bible so that I can use this as a template for what size I need of my new chipboard. Now that I have drawn the dimensions of the new cover that I need, I am going to put a rubber mat underneath of my chipboard so I can use my cutting tool and slowly work my way through this very thick chipboard. Perfect. So I've got my new front cover, my existing back cover, and now I just need to work on this spine part. But now that I have taken apart my Bible, I can see that they just used a thick cardstock here. They didn't actually put cardboard on the spine. So I'm going to grab some cardstock that I have and use that for my spine part as well. And now I have the back, the front, and the spine of my new cover. I am just going to grab my iron to iron out my fabric and then start adhering it all together. I'm very excited. The original Heat and Bond adhesive that I did purchase in the purple package was not sticky enough for my preference. So I've actually gone ahead and taken a day off to go and purchase a different kind of fabric adhesive that I will be using for this project, and just wanted to clarify that from the beginning of the project so that if you do it for yourself, you get the correct kind of iron-on adhesive, because we want the bond between the fabric and our cover to be super strong and durable. Now that I have cut it to size, I'm just going to iron it on very quickly. And that will be where we adhere our cardboard. And then we just turn it over and iron the two surfaces together. And once you have done that with your first cover, you can go ahead and do that with your spine, followed by your back cover. So it should look something like this when you're done, with a small gap between the spine and your front and back covers, so you could see a little bit of the fabric peeking through there. Once you've done that, you're going to go ahead and grab your fabric and chipboard, and we are going to start trimming away the excess fabric around our chipboard cover. You can leave 1/4 to 1/2 of an inch of fabric around your cover, whatever you feel comfortable folding in. And then trim your corners a little bit so that they won't get too bulky when you fold the fabric over. To adhere my fabric as I fold it over, I'm going to use a hot glue gun. The reason I am using hot glue is because I feel like it will give me a nice permanent bond between the chipboard and the fabric, whereas the double-sided tape is meant more for paper. I have my text block right here, and this has all of my Bible pages in it, and it's bound to this spine here. And now I am going to go ahead and create some additional pages for my Bible, one for the front and one for the back, that will be adhered to my new covers. To do that, I just line this up. I use my pencil to mark where my lines need to be. After I have used my paper trimmer to cut the front and the back pages of my Bible, I am going to use this little piece of cardstock here and glue it around my spine just to be an additional reinforcement. Now that I have moved to working with paper, I am using this permanent sticky tape. This tape comes with a protective film on it, so when you're working with it, you just need to make sure you take that protective cover off. Next, I am going to use the sticky tape again to adhere my new sheet to my back and my new sheet of paper to my front. There's a nice big gap between each of my covers and the spine. And the way we are going to adhere our text block to our Bible cover is to line up the pages the way that we want it. Make sure your text block is upright so your words are facing the correct direction. And we are actually going to adhere this front page to the front cover, and then we will also adhere this back page to the back cover. And I will be doing that using this sticky tape. And I'm choosing this adhesive because after using the iron-on the front cover the first time I did it, and using hot glue as well as this tacky permanent adhesive, I found that this was my favorite adhesive, and it just seems the most sturdy bond. And I want to make sure I'm using a really sturdy bond so that my Bible holds up. So I'm going to cover my back page with this adhesive and stick it to my back cover. I use my glue stick to press along this double-sided tape here to make sure that it is really firmly adhered to my paper underneath before I take the protective film off of the top of it. I'm just double checking to make sure my text block is facing the right direction. And then I'm going to line it up on my spine where I would like it to sit. I want to make sure that I have a little bit of overhang around all of the corners of my cover when I lay down this text block. There we go. Now I am using my closed glue stick again to just put a lot of pressure on this back cover. I'm just going to open up my Bible and also do the same on the inside. Putting a lot of pressure on this back page, all around the edges and on the inside, to make sure that anywhere I put tape on that page, it is fully adhering to the back cover of my Bible. Now it's important that we only adhere our text block to our cover on the front and the back pages. We will not be adhering the spine of our text block to the spine of our cover, and it just gives the cover more flexibility to move the way that it should. So do not adhere the spine of your text block to the spine of your cover. And then the last step is to cover the entire front page with adhesive like we did the back page, and follow those steps to adhere it to the front cover. And there you have it. This is the finished recovered chipboard and fabric Bible. As you can see, this front page sticks down here. I did lose a page. I lost my Hello, This Bible Belongs To page, but that's okay because if I want to put my name and address in there or my phone number, I can do it on this blank page right here. And then same in the back as well. I did lose one page, but I still have this extra one here. It really makes no difference to me. I'm just glad that I was able to recover my Bible for about $10 or $15 instead of having to buy an entirely new one for $50. And I didn't lose all of the beautiful work that I have put into this Bible so far, because I really wanted to keep this start to my journaling Bible that I have and keep working in it for the whole year or until this Bible gets really full, and then I can move on and purchase a new one. So I'm glad I was able to salvage this despite my dog trying her best to chew the cover off. The palm print fabric that I chose is from Hobby Lobby, and I think it's absolutely beautiful. It was a really good choice. I will leave links down below to all of the products I used or similar ones that can be found online if you are interested in doing this project for yourself. And in case anybody else has a dog or any other life mishaps that ruin the cover of their Bible, I hope you're able to use this tutorial to recover your Bible and make it work for a lot longer than just getting rid of it and having to repurchase a new one. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to see more DIY and scrapbooking tutorials. I'll see you later. Bye!